Hey guys, welcome back. Just prepping the second wing, ready for paint. Watch along this week, we'll see what happens, see what we get up to. Hopefully we get a bit done. Thanks for watching. Okay, just going through on the ailerons, marking where my holes are. About to tape those and then put the soldering iron through. So I'll do the 4 sides at once, and we'll get those all taped up today, hopefully. All right, start with the awkward bit, which is the tip. So I've used a 3-inch bias tape. I like to just lay it down, and you just sort of, you can see here, the reason this one's so messy, I wipe it onto the job to pull the fabric. If you wipe it that way, it's just going to go ape on you. So pulled it all onto the fabric, which makes a mess with the glue. And then I've left the edge sort of naked, so I can just touch that up with the iron as required, and then it'll get a final glue. And any little puckers, put the iron on over here, will just get touched down. You can see here it's a bit baggy. That's fine. Clean that up with the iron. I just wanted to get a nice straight tape, sort of got a consistent line around there, which is nice. Done both sides. Presentation side is nice. Now I can just join the dots, do the rest of the tapes. Righto, not rushing, but sort of know what I'm doing now. So laid all the tapes on the top. I've done the tip tape. I'll trim these off, trailing edge tape. Once I've done the other side, this is a tape on top here. Might do that now. Once this dries, just put the kettle on. And this wingtip tape. The trick with all this, I guess, lay some glue, do something else, come back when it's dry. It's a lot easier to pull that down and tuck it in. As I've just done that, sort of reminded me, just lay some glue there, let that set up, so I've got something to iron into. Fabric won't stick to fabric. You can see under there, no glue. All right, needs a good dry. We'll flip it over, do the other side. And then probably ready for a 3rd coat of white linen colour on the wing. Don't let the size deceive you. Seems like there's just as much work in an aileron as what there is in a wing. Probably is just quality, just on a smaller scale. It doesn't make sense, but anyway. Just going through doing the tapes, leading edge tape now. Still got to do the other side with the tapes. I'll get this on and then I think I'll paint the wing. Give it a sand and paint. Yeah, going along nicely. All right, 2nd coat of paint has gone on. Beautiful. Probably need 2 more. Now I've unrolled the fabric. I've been talking about this for a while. So I've got 14 feet, a 14-foot bench. The bottom wings, I need 14 feet per surface. Plus I've still got 2 ailerons or 4 aileron skins to cut out. Now, I haven't made any mistakes. I've been very fickle with my cutting, and the only thing I've sort of haven't done, if you like, is utilise the ailerons out of that leftover piece. If this was a wing, I haven't used that piece to cover the ailerons. But even so, I'm 1 whole wing panel short. I've got 3 layers here, 1, 2 and 3. Also, when I unravel the roll, see out here it's nice fabric. The inside bit of the roll that's been folded up for a couple of years has now gone all ribby. Yes, that'd shrink out. Is it worth using? I probably don't, I don't think so. I'm not going to use it because I know what will happen. When I glue that down, those ridges are going to pop up. I need an iron. It's just extra work. So for the sake of, it's about $7 a yard, I've worked out I need an extra, what is it, 42 feet, or 14 yards I'm going to order. I'm going to order another 14 yards of fabric. And also, interestingly, my glue is getting right down. don't know if I'm being silly with the glue, but well, you can see I'm not. Just doing the Stewart systems, minimal amount of glue. Like even on the tip there's no glue there yet. So I'm fairly fickle with what I'm using. Anyway, not enough covering supplied, so I'll order some more, which will be another 2 wing skins and the 4 ailerons worth. And this piece I'll probably use from about there, probably 1 set of ailerons out of that. And I'll just order a bit more fabric. So it's good to get that out of the way and get that done, work out what I need. I'll put an order in now and we'll see how we go. We've got Aircraft Spruce Australia now, so I'll give those guys a shot and we'll see what happens. I've tried them once before, but this stuff's not in stock in Australia, nor is the glue. But I think I'll order it from Aircraft Spruce Australia and let them sort it out and we'll see what happens. I'll report back. Alright, I might be whinging a bit, but like there's the, I've kept all my leftovers. This is probably one of the biggest pieces left, as you can see. But yeah, there's no huge pieces missing, so there's not enough fabric supplied in the kit. Full stop. I'm not the first one to build one of these, so it should be worked out. But anyway, I'll order another 14 yards. I think 56 came with the kit, so you need 70 yards of fabric to do this comfortably with no mistakes. I think, yeah, as I've said before, maybe the ailerons are cut out of the section. Even if that was the case, I'm 1 complete wing panel short, which is 14 feet on the bottom wings. Alright, about to finish off the ailerons back in today. It's got a trailing edge tape that I'm laying up. I just do it in sort of 1 foot sections, working each, you know, by the time I've done that one, the other one's almost dry. I'll finish that off, roll it over, tuck it around. Needs a good iron, then the wash goes over it. I've made up my 4 doilies. These just go over the hinges, just to clean those up. I'll go over everything, and I think we're pretty right. I'm a little bit out of sync with my painting. Would have been nice to, you know, while I had the white paint out, or the linen paint, to paint these, but anyway, doesn't matter. It is what it is. My plan is to sort of get the wings under control, i.e. painted. Then I might do a bit of mechanical work, go and have some fun. I want to fix up the undercarriage, manipulate, like I've said before, down the bottom there. I've made a call on the firewall, so I'll get that on, maybe the engine mount. Yeah, have some fun that way, and then we'll do the other wings. Alright, 2 ailerons ready to iron again. I'll iron over those, coat of primer, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, let them dry. I did a bit of work on the floor here, fixed up the undercarriage. I just shimmed one side. What I should have done, I pulled it apart. I should have trimmed the tube so you can drop the tube in and out easy, and also get a spanner. I made up a spanner and then tried to bend it, and yeah, but that actually worked. So it tells me I need to get a crow's foot. I'm using a 12mm spanner on an AN4 bolt. It's only a 7/16 crow's foot, specifically for that job. But now I'm happier with these pins. They still need a bit of persuasion to go in, but as you do these up as well, and do up these cables, it tries to rotate those sub-axles, if you like. But yeah, happy with that now. Aircraft seems to sit a bit straighter, I think. Now, got the masking tape out, clean my hands, going to mask this up, flip it over, coat of green. Let's do it. Alright, same old, same old. First coat of green, let that dry overnight, we'll give it a sand, 2 or 3 coats tomorrow, be good to go. Did some work on the undercarriage. Going to whack another coat of glue onto these ailerons before I go home. And I made up my undercarriage pins. So I'm going to split split pin that a la that end, like that. And a little bit crooked, but it's vertical. I just did those freehand. Main reason was I got bugle bolts. I wanted to stick the vise under the vertical drill. I haven't got my bugle bolt bit to pull the vise off the bench, but every other tool known to man. So that's where we're up to today. We'll get these ailerons sorted out. We'll get a coat of grey on those tomorrow. See, I'm out of sync with the paint. That doesn't matter. I've got 2 trays. Coat of grey on those, or 2 coats. 2 or 3 coats of green on that. And I'm going to finish my undercarriage off. I think I'll put the wheels on. Give me some more clearance up here. Raise her up high. And she'll look a bit bigger, boys. People say it's a pretty small aeroplane. It's actually huge. All right, back in today. Two green machines. I'm going to wax some paint on those. I think I'll paint them right where they are. The wing, I'll get another 3 coats on that today, hopefully. Give it a light sand. Then, just to warn you guys, school holidays are coming up. I tend to take some time off then from the build. Which the only warning is the videos will slow down a bit. Better get the aileron on there and work out my round dowels. Fix the undercarriage. I put a washer in there and a washer on the back one. What I should have done was, you have to be careful with these because they're orientation specific. You don't want to mix them up because these brackets, the supplied brackets, are so far out of whack, i.e. crooked. I can't actually show you. Like that bolt's actually going through that way to collect the bracket. So you have to remember the orientation. I had trouble. Yeah, basically what I should have done was taken the tube out and ground down the end. I didn't want to remove both ends at once, or both tubes at once, because that's what's holding the aeroplane up at the moment. And I'm worried about sparks on my fabric and on the fuselage. So that's where that's at. And I've got my clevis pins in. I'll have to shim this, so we'll see how that goes. Might get that done today in between coats of paint. Now I've just had one of the airport fabric specialist, the Trove Valley Airframes. They restore old aircraft. Anyway, come in, had a look and had a chat. The reason that I've just discovered, and I wasn't aware of this, I just order a 2-inch pinking tape. I think by default they sent me medium thickness tapes. That's half the reason I'm having a bit of trouble getting the edges down, because it's thicker than it needs to be, which is okay for this type of aeroplane. I wasn't aware. There's like a -3, -2 and -1. It works backwards, -3's being the thinnest, -1's the thickest, so I've got -2. So I've got medium weight tapes. You can get thinner ones which would lay down a lot better. Hindsight's a powerful thing. I wasn't aware of that. When you order, you specify what tape, apparently. I don't mind it. It's giving me some texture and gives those scale aero modelers that are going to copy my aircraft something to copy. I should make it hard for those guys to do something tricky. All right, 2 coats of grey on the ailerons. Getting tired, guys, on the ailerons. I've manufactured my tubes, 3 little solid rod, split pinned. Well, the split pin's just sitting there. Obviously that'll come out for whatever reason. I've got to make brakes and all sorts of things. Bolt the axle in, so they're removable. and I just happened to have, that's a DA50 engine mount extension, I think, and another bush I had, and it sort of worked out. I've got them slightly raked back, so I've got toe out, slight toe out, which I think helps in a ground loop situation. Anyway, is what it is, and I could probably tweak these up again now. That's the undercarriage. I might put the wheels on today. I've got to be a bit cautious. I've just got Adele clamps holding the wheels on, and then if I put the engine on, there's a lot of weight there. The reason I want to put the wheels on, one, it looks cool, and it'll give me a bit more clearance here when I take the cruiser in and out. It'll lift the wing up a bit. That's where that's at. The wing is finished. Calling that done. That's 4 coats of paint on there today, so a total of 5 out of the green. So we should be able to start it here, but I thought I'd show you guys. Get that tape off. I've only just painted this, so it's still a little bit green. Got some bleeds there, that's alright, on the root. There you go. I'm going to go around the rest of the wing and tape all the masking off and let that dry thoroughly. Okay, just for a bit of fun I put the wheels on. Now she gets really high. I'm 6 foot tall and I can't reach the wing. It's probably 9 feet, I guess, up there. Second wing, did I show you that? Pulled all the masking off. Just beautiful. Let that dry for a few days. Yeah, on our wheels. Okay guys, here's a quiz. What colour wheel covers? I've got the spun aluminium wheel covers under there. So my options are green, white or linen. When I say linen, so this colour, those 2 colours, green, let's call it olive drab, the linen colour, or do I do them, I've also seen them roundel white, like brilliant white. Let me know what you think, because I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if I put the inside ones on. One, you've got to check your tyre pressures. I know you can put a hole in it. You're going to have brakes and things like that. So I could paint one of each colour if that makes sense. Because of the type of paint I'm using, it's pretty easy just to change colours and offer them up. But we'll get to that at some stage. It's looking good sitting up that nice and high. Makes the cruiser look small. So I'm just getting ready. It's nearly knockoff. These are ready for paint. I sort of would have been nice to have these beside the wing to paint everything, but anyway, that's the way it works out. Yeah, they're ready for paint. Just got to remember top and bottom. You're looking at the top on these particular ones. They look a bit bent and twisted, but I can assure you they're okay. I've got a little bit of washout in the tips that I remember. So that's the top surface. And you can see a little bit of washout in the tip. That was just when I remember building it, just to get it to come around. Got all sorts of curves going on there. This one actually looks down a bit now. Oh, it's straight. It's only because you can see the sag on one side. So yeah, more sanding and clean those up. Hopefully get 3 or 4 coats of white on tomorrow. I should be able to on the smaller bits. The smaller bits are good because you get it on pretty quick, which means it dries. Well, it takes the same time to dry, but it's less time to actually paint it. Let's make up a roundel. Let's do that out of paper. Okay, it's bigger than you think. So I just did half a roundel. Should I put it on that wing? No, I won't. It's fresh paint. Now the birds actually pooped on my wing here today. But stand-wise, or cord-wise, top wing roundel goes on the top. Think about it. Okay, now I'm working off my drawings. Yeah, it's full width basically. I can modify this for my aircraft if I need to, because I'll have a look now. It's going to be fun painting in the middle, but anyway, I've painted it all green, or masking anyway. Let's have a look at the wingtip. Alright, so top wing, that'll come out to this rib. Somewhere there, has to go back to about there. And if I imagine the trailing edge, it'll be pretty close. Now if I flip that over, so the centre, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4th rib up. Okay, so flip that over. So if you weren't aware, the roundel, the easiest way to do it, whatever size, well, it's in fifths, divide it by 5, and then you've got a 1-inch radius for that white ring around the outside, which sort of doesn't count, if you like. So in my case, this is 10 inches, so that'll be 10 and that'll be 10, giving us a total of 30, and then the next section will be another 10 and 10, gives us a total of 50. With the 1-inch stripe on both sides, 52 inches. It's an easy way to sort of work it out. Probably didn't sound so easy as I was saying it, but a bit of a Russell Coit moment. So at the leading edge, I'll put that, sort of goes over that bolt, which I probably don't want. The trailing edge will probably dictate how far forward it goes. I can make it smaller. I could make it a 9-inch or a 9.5 or something like that, or 200 mil or whatever it works out to be. Well, 10 inches would be 250 mil, so say 240 mil. But for now, 10 inches is easy to work with because the math is relatively easy. Yeah, looking at that, I can come back 1 inch or so, and that'll go there. What are we going to cover up? Nothing really. There's no panels on this wing. Aileron cable will come out wherever it has to, there, at the high diddle diddle, and the potentially the aileron will be, it's a pity the aileron's not just blue, but anyway, that was never going to happen. No red on the aileron, it'll just be blue and white. I'm not sure how far you sink the roundel. Obviously I'll bolt the aileron on. I think I've got like a 1-inch gap. I have an inch of tape. I think I just roll the tape down, cut it in the middle, roll it down, and whatever distance that comes down, say 1/4 of an inch, I'll just tape it off there. Doesn't matter if you can't see the roundel in the hinge gap, I wouldn't think. Whatever's easy. And for the masking, probably the distance of a piece of masking tape up from the hinge actually to make it easy, which would, yeah, leave me about 1/4 inch to come down. I know I'm starting to dribble on a bit, guys, but that's the big roundel. Just positioning that now. I'm going to need a big compass or a bit of string. Yeah, I'll make something up so the pencil stays, you know, a bit of string, the pencil can do those ones. We'll make something up. Also, the pencil will have to raise up and down. So it drops down at the front, comes back up and drops down to get my nice circle. That's the plan. Okay, as I chase the birds out of the hanger, 2 ailerons, covered, prepped, primed, ready to paint. Bottom sides are up. Paint those white tomorrow, linen colour. Put the wheels on. She's sitting there nice and proud. Did my roundel. Covered the wings up. It's a big roundel. Huge. 52 inch, did we say? What's next? Nothing on this wing tomorrow, I don't think. The plan now, I'll be able to bolt the aileron on and do a roundel just here, and I'll do the other wing up on this bench. And if I can get the roundels done between now and the end of next week, that'd be fantastic. Then I'll have a break, I think. Then the next stage, I'll probably tackle I want to get the engine up out of the dirt and off the ground. I might bolt the engine on. What I'm thinking is bolt firewall to give me something. I need the structure. I need to make the structure to put all these panels, build all these panels. All I've got left under the bench is the hubcaps, some sheet metal, engine mount, fuel tank, firewall, cowl, and 2 ailerons. Yeah, I'll get the engine on, then I think I'll do everything right up to the cowl and the hump and the machine guns and everything. Then it's got to all come off, 1 for access and 2 just to finish everything off, you know, deburr it, stain the side panels, so the sock around the cockpit. So the engine will just go on. It may have to come off again, you know, if I need to drill a hole in the firewall or something. I know there's ways around it with 90-degree drill bits, etc. But that's where we're at the moment. Going along quite nicely. I really need to get out and do some more flying. But spending money on fuel, just burning around, doesn't really appeal to me at the moment when I'm spending, as you can imagine, quite a few fun tickets on the Camel. But the cruiser's still sitting there. Hasn't moved in a while actually. Next nice day I'll take it out, do some circuits I think. She's just a great thing. It just starts, it goes, it runs, touch wood. Alright guys, so from the Dexter tent, about to turn the lights off. I'll wrap that video up here. Probably only a short one these few days. A lot of painting, wearing my hands out. Yeah, we'll get there, going well. Thanks for watching, see you on the next one.